Faron Foxx, why don't you get your manager to take your place tonight, because it looks like she's more man than you are.
You just heard those comments from Reno Riggins. We are joining this match already in progress, and Faron Foxx just made his first tag into the action. How long had this match been going on, Bart Sawyer, before he tagged?
We're 10 minutes into this match, and that little sissy ran all over the ring.
14 minutes, and he just finally tagged in.
I'm excited.
And now he's tagging out.
Well, you blame him? He's afraid Reno will start hitting him again. There's Miss Savannah on the outside.
I see that she didn't agree to take his place after all.
Yeah, I heard she claims her weight on her driver's license says she weighs 107 pounds. What do you think?
Well, Bart Sawyer, to use a so-called wrestling terminology, that's one of the biggest works in the business.
Absolutely. And speaking of tonight, Nashville, Tennessee, Too Sexy Brian Christopher returns to the Nashville Fairgrounds with Spellbinder as his tag team partner to take on the Tennessee Volz.
Nashville Fairgrounds legends, folks, Brian Christopher and the Spellbinder. You've seen Brian Christopher recently in the WWF with his usual partner, Scott Taylor. Now tonight, he's teaming up with his old partner, the Spellbinder, against NWA North American Tag Team Champions, the Volz, Reno Riggins and Stephen Dunn. You think they had their hands full at this match? They'll sure have them full tonight.
Look at Ashley Hudson, the Australian wild man. One half of the Aussies with superstar Bill Dundee. We got the boomerang on the pole match. It's a barbed wire boomerang match, Don Coss Jr.
Yeah, and no one has gotten to it yet. They're both trying to get to it. Ashley Hudson, he did a remarkable job holding the entire match for his team, since Faron only tagged in for like a total of 5 seconds.
Well, can you blame him? You got the Volz, the top tag team in the NWA, the North American Tag Team Champions, coming after that big sissy, and they got a barbed wire boomerang on the pole. I'd be running if I was him too. And speaking of running, I want to talk about the conspiracy about cameraman Tim eavesdropping outside the Nashville Fairgrounds on myself, Chris Michaels, the stepchild Chad Hawk, and Ernest T. I'm not happy about that at all, but I am happy about the way we busted the melon on the Colorado Kid. Did you see him bleeding? That was beautiful.
It takes some strange things to make you happy, Bart Sawyer. But
oh, absolutely. I loved it. Sent him on a personal vacation, put him on the back of that wrecker, and Ernest T drove him right out of Nashville.
Oh, speaking of driving, looks like Stephen Dunn just drove Ashley Hudson's head into the mat. He caught him trying to go for the boomerang. There's Faron Foxx sneaking in to get him a little save on his partner.
A hit and run.
Oh, Reno.
Oh, speaking of Reno Riggins.
Corner. Now he's wailing on him.
I'll tell you what, Reno Riggins, I hate to give him credit, but what you got to, he is a spitfire in there, and I think Too Sexy Brian Christopher and the Spellbinder are going to have their hands full tonight against Stephen Dunn and Reno Riggins.
Well, they may not be quite as fired up tonight as they were this night, because Faron Foxx and Ashley Hudson had really made them angry. I mean, they have all this anger built up to come after them, and tonight they're going to have to rely on nothing but their pure wrestling skills.
Now, what do you mean? What do you mean anger? It's a chance. Brian Christopher comes in here, a WWF superstar. It's kind of a battle of the NWA versus the WWF. I think these guys are going to be fired up.
Well, they should be fired up. I mean, they've got a big challenge ahead of them, and if they aren't fired up, if they aren't as fired up as they were on the night that we're watching this match, they could lose those North American titles.
Well, I'm here to tell you that the combination of Dumb and Dumber, Stephen Dunn, and Reno Riggins, yes, they're our North American Tag Team Champions. They're going against Spellbinder and Too Sexy Brian Christopher, and I still think my money's on Too Sexy.
Oh! Faron Foxx just made a mistake.
Oh, did he? Look at
He just saved his friend, but it looks like he's got the cover on Ashley now.
He keeps squishing Ashley. Reno's on top of that pole.
And folks, that boomerang is wrapped in barbed wire. I don't know if you can see it.
Shiny steel barbed wire. Stephen Dunn's got the chair. They call him the chair. Faron, look out. They call him the chairman of the board.
He's no Frank Sinatra, but he is the chairman of the board.
Come on, Faron.
Turn around.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, my gosh. Marty's so happy about this.
Stephen Dunn, I got to hand it to him. They knew how to use it. The Tennessee Volz tonight, Nashville, Tennessee. Too Sexy Brian Christopher, the Spellbinder. Who's your money on, Don Coss?
I'm going for the Volz. They're our hometown. They're our company champions. We're going for them. They're going to take care of Brian Christopher and the Spellbinder.
Now, I got to tell you, they are Dumb and Dumber. They can't even spell Volz. They spell it V-O-L-Z. How smart is that? Oh!
Oh, it's a double DDT on the boomerang and the barbed wire. I bet Faron is busted open like a can of beans, man.
Oh, he's busted open like a stuck hog. Speaking of Barnyard Briggs.
Yeah, looks like a sacrifice.
We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen, the Volz.
And I think the fans are winners too.